it just came to my attention that during all of this, I've not been recording. So, that's lovely. Uh, and I'm getting beat down here. Okay. So, basically what's happened is, in the last episode I was going to the teleporter, and what happened was instead of me just... Wow, that's annoying. Oh, and there's a vertibird there, which I'm not too worried about. Frag mine. Frag mine. There's a knight. Let's shoot that knight. And instead of when I got to the teleporter, there being a little marker there for me to use, they just teleported me straight over. And I paused the game and immediately just stopped and went to broadcast and redid it. So you're getting it from there. And I was talking about that when apparently I was not recording at all. I didn't realize that, and in turn, a lot of stuff apparently just didn't get said. So sorry about that. We will get this done. Nothing of importance though, nothing of dire consequence, so no worries. Didn't miss anything that was of vital importance, just mostly rambling. Like I got stuck, which only made my life easier at that point. Fusion cell and that. Let's go in here. Alright, oh. I'm gonna swap to that. I just think it's a good idea. There we go. Huh, I think I'm wrong with this being a good idea. Other than the fact that I could... Oh! Well, this has been kind of a bad start so far then. I could just edit out the death, but I think I'm just gonna... Yeah... Alright, so... Anyway, to recap from when I initially started broadcasting was, I went to the teleporter rather than having the option for me to do anything, like to activate something, it just teleports me, which was literally to this point right here. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to tell me that I... let's see, hold on. That I would need to activate something, or I would need to actually do something. And as it turns out, that was not the case. Oh, I got him. Just didn't kill him. I got him. Good deal. There we go. Try not to overly use the VAT system here, but not much choice. Close range, double torso. Only took one. Let's try here. Torso. I love this gun. By far my favorite gun. Reload it. Jump. Okay, so I know there's gonna be these people in here. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save. Okay. I don't have to deal with that crap again, so... Can I just kind of sneak? Undetected. Ah, hidden. Yeah, caution. Man, I do not hide very well. What the? That was annoying. Whoops. I keep hitting circle for the crouch. Oh wow, there's a lot of people on me. Oh, he's down. There's going to be a point here where all I'm going to be doing is healing up. I can already see this being a thing. Also, since that's a thing, HP, strength and endurance increase, luck and charisma increase. No, I probably should have been doing that stuff with my bullets and all, so I didn't spend as much money on my bullets. Kill that knight. There we go. I like that armor. Combat. Oh, it's the same deal. I bet the... Yep, the uniform underneath is what mattered. So I thought. Initiates down. Protector Quinlan? Ooh, I like his jacket. Like his glasses too. Quinlan's armor and eyeglasses. Focus boosted laser pistol. Fusion cell. Yeah. Let me check something. Well, that's going on over there. So it replaces all of that. That replaces all of that. Eyeglasses do not. They're the same thing, just different. Should be a black one then. Was it perception against charisma? Yep, it replaces everything. I hate that. Man, that's annoying. So it replaces all that stuff. It's like, what the heck? Is it darker? I can't tell. Shot him in the arm and killed him. When you know you're a badass, you shoot people in the arm and it kills them. It's the same uniform regardless, I think. There's still two more, but I'm not overly concerned about them. I was looking for the closest target here. Above? I don't know how to go up. Ah. There are stairs. Oh jeez. Torso shots, get him off there. ASAP. Yeah, I'm not worried about the vertebrae if they don't have a gunner. Maybe it's mutated. Of course he's mutated. Why wouldn't he? You. Highest chance. Let's see what on the AP. Alright. Just keep an eye on my life as I go along. Guy in power armor. That was a headshot. That was a good headshot too. And pew! Okay. That guy's down. Oh, there's one. What do I do? Do I literally have to destroy it? Like, shoot it? Oh, okay. Neat. Painful, but neat. Aid. Stim pack. What is... Okay. Brotherhood Knight. Lots of torso shots. Jeez. Are these the bear scents too, the scary ones? Hey, those scents without skin and stuff are scary looking. Alright, go here. Fusion cell. Grenade behind me. Is that a turret? Shoot you. And you. Apparently that didn't work out. Whoa. Oh man, I didn't think about saving right after that stupid generator. I like it for not paying attention to my health. Yeah, it went back before that because I'm level 29. I hit 30 when I shot that guy in the vertibird. Or the one right after, I don't remember which. At any rate, it was during that sequence, so I know it's gonna be... Ah, shit, it went all the way back to this part. Alright, well, guess I'm redoing this.
Wait, what was that?
Very annoying. So we'll take care of this. Oh wait. It's not the right... Oh god, I played too many games. I don't know what button does what. Alright. Let's just swap over to stim packs here. my Star Wars instincts took over, and R3 is not melee. R3 is crouch in this game, because it's weird like that. And circle does not stand up, which is what I've been trying to do forever.
Help me! I'm
Is that Nick there, or how's that working out? Headshot. Reload real quick, then headshot. Yeah, that was a headshot. Alright. That way. Let's see. Shoot this guy. Wait on that VAT system to work. Hello. Headshot. Mutated. That was a quick mutation, sir. Like this. Say torso. Critical hit. Yeah, that worked out pretty nicely. See if I can just hold my breath. Pick that guy off. These are in the 30s. We'll wait on that. Is that it though? No, let's describe whether I can't hit. That's got a higher probability. Negative on that. Health is fine. Hitting the shoulders at most. Back up. Let's go ahead and get a heal going here. I knew there was gonna be one behind. Oh, it's Quinlan. Again, attempting to melee with the wrong button. Let's make it a headshot in. Yep. His armor and eyeglasses again. Before I do anything else stupid. Here. Now if I do stupid stuff, it's less painful. Wow, nice shooting there, Tex. Just get it for a second while I reload, and then shoot you in the face. And now you. Here we are. Oh god. There we go. Neat. Alright. Let's just carry the shotgun with me. And heal. Oops. Protector Tegan? Oh, that's a grenade. I would like no part of that grenade, sir. He has one arm. Fusion cell. Ballcat fusion cell. That guy's right there. Torso shots. I did that. Let's get some backup in here again. Tegan just had a bad day. Lots of lasers everywhere. Pretty though. Yeah, keep hitting the wrong buttons. I was gonna crouch my way over to here, but it seems irrelevant. Health is dwindling. Of course, sir. Oh, hello. Let's just aim on that arm. Health is dwindling again. Let's go ahead and just heal out of that. There we go, and I ain't gotta worry about it. Another night. Yay. Just aim for the head. Yeah, the spread is just painful. There we go. Sweet. Alright, oh cap. Another night. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. This one. Okay, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Let's go back here. There we go. Where is the last one gonna be? 50 something meters that way. 44 meters that way. 36. 30. Hello. You. Well, can't do anything there. Ah, gotta quit hitting the wrong buttons again. Right arm. Left arm, whatever. It's an arm. Stay for it. Health again. We'll go ahead and quick save again too. There we are. That'll eliminate issues. Fusion cell. 22. I'm kind of wondering if it's up again, which would mean elevator. Seems like a likely candidate at least. Yeah. Oh, jeez. And a turret. Okay. Oops, there we go. How did I miss? There we go. Is it not blown up? What the heck? Okay. Quick destroy those. Reach Liberty Prime. Liberty Prime is down. So back in here. Let's see what we've got going on here. Let's go that way. And it's probably down again. Ah. Oh, for some reason it didn't dawn on me that that is a giant robot. Oh Jesus, I just fell. Back up, please. Where am I going? Here. I need to heal up here shortly to get out of the way. Torso shot. Missed. Torso shot. Missed. Going to heal now. Alright. So kind of BS we got going on over there. Well, I mean, the sense seems to be fine. Oh, come on. That timing. Ow. Stim pack. Will you stop with the shooting of me? Yeah, I was gonna say that had to be a kill. Come on. Rob me of that kill. The vertibird. You're on top of me, I might as well use the shotgun at that point. What the? My sense of direction got really thrown off there. That guy's gonna be a problem. This guy's like right on top of me. Here we go. Take care of him. Heal up. Yeah, don't worry about that. Jesus, that thing hurts. Heal up. That was not what I had to do. Heal up. What about him killing me before this even works? Oh no, I'm fine. Dear God. Okay.
Aerial incursion by communist forces cannot succeed. Initiating directive 7395. Destroy all communists.
Nice.
Time to go, sir. We're relaying to a safe location.
Works for me. Oh, that was a very interesting start to this fight, but at least it ended well. I'm wondering how much more there is left. I also wonder if we can get to the explosion and the aftermath of what we did. Oh, they doubt it. So, oh, yeah, we do. It's a nice blurry background there. And then that happens. Nice. So, let's see. Nuclear family, interesting.
Tell me why you did it? Why you sided with those boogeymen?
Another
Is
option.
there really any other option? The Institute were the only ones trying to preserve humanity, Nick.
Preserving humanity? That's what we're calling taking out the Brotherhood? The Railroad? All those lives lost. For what? So a group of mad scientists can keep plundering the Commonwealth to their heart's content? Is that truly the world you want to live in?
World with a future.
I want to live in a world with a future, Nick. And the Institute? That's humanity's future now.
Thanks to you. You know, since the first time we met, I'd always got the sense that you were gonna change this place. I just never expected it'd be like this.
Is Nick gonna leave? Nope. Okay. Well, that seems to be a thing. Map. institutes around here somewhere. Here we are. I'm back to the institute. I have a feeling this is probably going to be getting pretty close to the end now, considering the fact that it shows the the deathbed of Sean, it seems, and then we just cleared out those two groups. And Nick apparently is very displeased with the current situation. Above. This way? Yep. Alright, let's see. Above. Alright. Hello.
Hello, Sean.
Ah, there you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but I'm glad you're safe.
We're all safe.
We're all safe now.
For now. Yes, but there will always be threats. You must remain vigilant. Allie has always been loyal to the Institute, and to me. You can rely on her for help. Once I'm gone, it's all...
Maybe that's why I didn't attend the director thing.
Isn't there some other way? Another treatment that can help you?
Nothing permanent, no. The inevitable could be delayed, but at increasingly terrible cost. I simply decided it wasn't worth it. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future. Our time together has been strange.
Oh, in this place? Yeah, sure.
Thinking about all we missed out on, I want you to know that I'm grateful for the time we've had.
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. Thank you. Father, you've helped a boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
He's gonna die. Usually if people are dying, they're like, I want to go to sleep. They'll wake back up. That's
I've
what
lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant. And the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again. The way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. That the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
That is quite a bit of XP. So, hmm. I think, provided I'm not completely mistaken here. Wait, don't get me wrong, I've been mistaken before. But this is post game. I see no other primary game stuff left. So this is it. The end of it. So there we go. Assuming Sean is not going to be interacted with again, obviously. Um, let's go up here. It moved me here to what appears to be my area. His bed's empty. His pillow's staying up here nicely though. Um, with with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call this the end of the game at least because I mean those that appears to be the end of it. There doesn't seem to be anything else that could really lead up to anything else at this point.
Hey, why don't you go see Dr. Fillmore? I'll take care of things here.
Yeah, so there's not going to be much of anything else left to do here. I quit saying sorry about that. I just I'm really disappointed, to be honest.
I wouldn't be here
Kind of feel like
if not for
there was a lot more
From what I hear, that road
that could have been
system over Talia
done
was a real menace.
to make the ending a little more dramatic than what it was. It feels very non-dramatic, anti-climactic, I guess. Things happened and that was it. Um, I Man, I guess I'm trying. Is there ammunition here? There's ammunition here. Just really though, that's it. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Talk to Preston Garvey. Yeah, I bet a lot of this is just literally your side quests now. This is just your errands left over to do. Yeah, Radar Troubles. I don't care about that at all. That's why I didn't do it. Okay, so I think at this point I'm just gonna go ahead and say that we found the end of the game. That this is pretty much it. I don't see the storyline doing anything else. I don't see there being anything else that advances from here. The Brotherhood's shut down, the railroads shut down, the Minutemen were not a problem. We had them step down. I'm assuming if you got into a fight to take Wallace, then the Minutemen would step in. There'd be another quest involved where you have to take out the Minutemen as well. But I don't think there's anything else here. I think that's pretty much the extent of it. So, on that note, I'll go ahead and bring up my final thoughts on this. I really expect it to be like a rolling credits, but I guess not. There's a lot wrong with this game that I couldn't look past in order to fully enjoy it. And I think first and foremost is the fact that this game attempts to be two things at one time. And that is, it attempts to be a first-person shooter, and it attempts to be an RPG. And I think that the formula for RPG would have been the way to go, to separate it from the vast amount of FPS games that are, on the market right now. When you look back at Far Cry, Call of Duty, even Star Wars right now for the multiplayer aspect, the fact that this has a primary storyline is one thing, but you can look at Far Cry and derive the same thing. The difference being post-apocalyptic versus lush, active greenery and wildlife. And I hate to compare it with something that's actually older, but it seems like a rather fitting comparison. And the RPG element of it seems probably the more interesting side of it. But you feel a little constrained because you can't fully FPS and you can't fully RPG, you're required to use both elements, and it feels very imbalanced and sort of clunky to try to integrate the two. And then there were just weird dialogue things that would happen. Um, Desdemona, when you first speak to her, and she's got that weird dialogue option that happened where I got an option that was yellow and I succeeded, and she gave me the answer, and then I went back in regular dialogue, which was one of the other options. It was the same dialogue, and I was just a little confused by that, and I didn't understand why. And the biggest thing that really got to me was Virgil. When you speak to him, and he says, "Go to the CIT ruins. They're right above the Institute," meaning he knows the physical location of the Institute, which is weird. I mean, why would he know the physical location and not tell anyone? Or, excuse me, the more importantly, if you learn the physical location of the Institute, why would you not alert anyone? Instead of taking the time and resources to build the teleporter, why would you not just go announce to everyone where the Institute is at and just go dig it up? I mean, quite obviously, there's a physical place under the ground, and if you had people working together, then it's one giant common enemy. They would work together long enough to get to that enemy, and it just seems like such an odd thing to place into conversation and just even bring up, because when you ask where to go to find the courser, he tells you the CIT ruins right above the Institute. And then the odd thing is the synth that you find there that the courser's after. Why are the mercenaries even there? Why are they in that location? It's something about them capturing it and then getting pinned down. It just so happens they're there. And like, why is this rogue group? How do they even know that this is a synth that's escaped? It's a little just very weird. I don't know. And then of course I had weird problems with other issues in the game where Paladin Dance, for instance, not joining me. I'm actually gonna go check and see if I can make something work here. But it was such a weird thing. I'm not really sure where to go from there, because that's kind of my biggest gripes. And the storyline was non-compelling. The ending was anti-climactic. The twists and turns were foreseeable. The biggest thing that got me was Nick when I saw he was a synth. I did not see that coming by a long shot. But nothing came of that. It didn't matter. It didn't have any bearing on anything. What would be the other thing I was thinking? The whole aspect of this game was just kind of I don't know. It felt really clunky for the most part, and I just couldn't thoroughly enjoy it. So.
Take whatever you need. Just leave me be.
Paladin Brandis.
Just leave me in peace.
Oh, this is Brandis. Okay. Right. All right. For some reason, I mistook him. Whoops. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the extent of the game at this point, it seems. Again, I was expecting rolling credits and more interesting things to happen, but they didn't, and it wasn't. And, at first I was really excited to sort of see where this goes and to find out what storyline stuff. But as it turns out, it just was a pile of predictable laziness, in my opinion. I just think that the writing was lazy. I think the gameplay was nowhere near polished enough for what it was. It just felt like there were so many people on the Fallout 4 bandwagon that it overhyped the game, and that people thought it was good because everyone else told them it was good. And if someone constantly tells you this is good, this is good, this is good, try it out, you want to be kind of a part of that. And I just can't say this game is I won't say it's bad. I won't say that, but I can't say that it's really good. It's not worth retail price at all. I think if you could snag it in that $40 and under range, you're in good shape. There's not enough DLC yet to even remotely consider it being an option. Uh, and what I mean by that is whether or not you can buy the game and get more content out of it. So, for instance, the games that are released, like Game of the Year editions, those are what you aim for because you get all the DLC and you get all for one price. And this is one of those games that I would strongly recommend waiting on until there was DLC available, or if the game releases as a gold edition, a Game of the Year edition, or something like that, then I would aim for something like that. Or if there was some type of award version of it, or complete edition, or ultimate edition, definitely the way to go on it. Because this whole as it sits now thing is just very lackluster. And I could not complete some of the missions because they felt so forced. Like, oh, this person needs help. Go shoot these people. Go help this person. They need help. Shoot these people. It was just constant, over and over, going and doing this, going to do that. And I did not actively go seek supplies, so I wasn't actively seeking leather and stuff like that. I would mark it, and then if I saw something on a table, I'd pick it up. But I didn't just go ransack anywhere for anything. And in turn, it felt like it wasn't even a necessary thing at all. It didn't feel like you actually had to gather supplies at any point in time. It felt more like you were able to acquire it just from normal gameplay, which is good. It's good that they don't make you go out and do anything, and there's enough there to be able to get through the game without having to worry about it. And the power armor was, you know, it's easy to access, easy to find, easy to use, which is all great. They dumbed everything down to make it more streamlined. But in the process, I think they lost a certain amount of rigidity that they needed in order to keep it um, very, um, I guess you would say they needed to keep it very um, niche in that it's the Fallout universe. And so the Fallout games have their own unique um, feel, their own unique play style. And this game sort of glazes over a lot of that. So in the end, I think that this is one of those games that I certainly don't regret playing it. I certainly don't regret going through it, but it is definitely something that I regret paying full retail for. I think that this is definitely one of those games that would be better off waiting until now or a little later to pick up, and or even just renting it and playing through it. You know, if you have the spare time, you can get through the game in a relatively short period of time if you're playing through just the storyline. There are several hours you can invest in the side missions and doing all the extra things in the world, because the one thing I can certainly remark on is that the game has a very explorable world with a lot of things to find in that world. There are definitely a lot of things that pop up on your map that you just don't recognize, or don't expect, I should say, and you don't initially think about that you're going to run across. And to be able to just sort of randomly find those things is great, but it detracts immensely from that experience when you don't feel immersed in that world. So the issue I ran into was the world itself is very, very cool. It's very neat. I like the look and all that because it's that very drab, run down. But at the same time, everything felt exactly the same in that world. So whether the lock be on a little rusty toolbox or the lock be on like an institute door, it's still like a little rusty lock. And it was very difficult to imagine that same lock is used for everything. So again, it felt a little lazy, given the amount of time that this game was developed, the amount of time that this game was under the whole production process. So I have to say that the world itself was very nice to run through. It was very immersive, as far as the vastness and the cool factor of being able to locate stuff, but feeling like you're a part of that, of an actual living world or a dynamic world, was very non-existent. It didn't feel like there was anything more than set encounters. There was nothing more than just the scripting that was supposed to happen that didn't trigger until it was supposed to happen, that didn't happen until it was supposed to happen. The only real difference in that I noticed personally was when you would see the Brotherhood of Steel just randomly flying around doing things. And in turn, that did lend to a dynamic feel, but it always felt the same. It was just, there's a couple guys over here, one's going to be in a power armor, they're going to be shooting at either these raiders or at these mutants, and then they're going to just leave and not care. That's it. And it's difficult to really enjoy any of that. And you know, a lot of the deaths and stuff that I faced in this game were my own fault. I didn't pay attention to my health a lot. There's a lot of things I didn't experience, but I had no drive to do that. The crafting system is awesome. I have to admit, the crafting system is probably the highlight of this game. The crafting system is very nice, but there's not enough options for crafting. I don't think that there's enough there, like with a gun. I like the options that I had with my gun, but to be able to just kind of go a little further with the gun, to add more to the gun, to maybe modify it to do really just kind of off the wall stuff like this pistol. Imagine just being able to change it out and shoot lasers out of this pistol and effectively turn it into what would be the DL-44 from Star Wars. I mean, that would be a neat option. Unrealistic in a lot of ways, but the game is all based on science fiction anyway. So just being able to do something like that would be a really neat side thing. But again, unnecessary. I didn't feel any drive to level up. It was, you know, I didn't feel a drive to really get the perks or anything like that. So the one thing that really kind of drug me down playing it was the fact that I can only carry so much weight, and resisting the temptation to just dump a lot of points into the pack mule, one where I could carry more weight. And instead, I actually spent most of the game in armor that upped my carrying weight. The deep pocketed, I believe it is, just so I could go around and pick more crap up to sell and all that. Money didn't seem like it was really that big of an influence. I mostly just used it for ammunition after realizing that I didn't need to just hoard up money. So I just dumped it all into ammunition. And really, even toward the end of the game here, I only blew through a portion of what I had. As you can see, I believe I had 250 44 rounds when I started that. And currently, in the gun, let's see if I can get a number. 146 right now. So around 100 rounds to get through all of that. I'm sure I could have blown through more. And then, of course, the shotgun shells and the others. So there's that. But I went through and bought 750 rounds for this, and I went through about 6, it looks like. I don't know what I had for the others, but that's pretty much where I was at on all that. And again, it just felt like the game almost drug on toward the end a little bit. I will say I was at least interested enough to kind of see where it was going, but it didn't compel me to do it. My own personal interest made me want to, which maybe that's what everyone's going to argue, is that it stirred that interest. But it was more like I was bored, and I was hoping to get to an interesting part. And it really didn't happen. It was just like, we're building this, it's built, we're done. Congratulations. It's like, well, okay, that's kind of like saying I'm going to build a toaster, and then you finish building the toaster, and then there's something interesting like you turn it on and it sparks everywhere, and then suddenly there's, you know, some subatomic nuclear explosion or whatnot. It just works. It's like, it's good that it worked. You did a good job building a toaster, but nothing exciting happened in the process of you building said toaster. And that's fine if you're just wanting to build a toaster and no one cares except you because you want toast. But if someone's watching you build the toaster and they're thinking, that guy's building a toaster, then you're expecting, you know, either you want a repair guide to find out how to build a toaster, or you waiting to see if the guy screws up and something goes horribly wrong. Or if you're playing a game about building a toaster, you don't want to just build a toaster. You want there to be intricate, interesting things that happen. Otherwise, it's just boring. And in turn, that's exactly how this game felt to me. Like I was building a toaster. And in the end, rather than something cool happen, like I misread the blueprints and I built some type of death ray. I simply built a toaster, and then instead of that toaster taking bread into it and then popping out, I don't know, ducks or something, it just made toast. And that's it. And it was just, I don't know, it's a really weird analogy. I know it's not my best work, but it's really exactly how I kind of interpret this game. And I think it just lacks so much. The depth of characters wasn't really there for me. The memorability of characters wasn't there. There were people that just, you meet them and it's like, oh, it's nice to meet you and all that, but they're forgettable. Like the lady, a good example of that would be the lady that came to Castle, and she's like, oh, I'm part of the Minutemen, I was there, I'm one of the older ones, blah, blah, blah. Let me help you get into the armory. And then it's just, she fades off. It's like, well, okay, you do anything else. And then there's the artillery thing, of course, which she helps you set up and all that. But after her little stint there is done, she serves no other purpose. And people kind of come and go at random and at will to the storyline, but they don't leave any type of impact. Someone could have just literally walked up and said, hey, there's some rubble over here that needs to be moved, and we can go check out what's over there. And the same impact would have been given as if you met somebody who was in the Minutemen back when they were underneath the other general. And the only reason that that person is there is to give you a sense of backstory. And that's it. And I don't think that that person is necessary at all. It feels like they are someone that does not have any bearing on what you're doing and how it's panning out. So, in turn, that person doesn't need to be in the storyline. That person is just a filler. And at the same root, because everything that you do, it feels like you could just figure out on your own. There's only a few things that really happen. And the dialogue misleads you at times, or it might lead you up to something, but the people that leaded you up to things and all that are really not people that you feel compelled to help, compelled to listen to, anything like that. And I chose to help Sean because I think that someone would always struggle. I know, being a father myself, I would struggle if I found out my son was 7 years old or whatever, and he just doesn't have long to live. He created this institute, and being reunited after this time, even though you don't know the person, I know what they've become, it would be hard not to feel overly attached to that person. And so I know that I would probably just do the same thing. I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's go kill people. And that would be the way that it would go. And I just kind of went with what I think I would honestly do in that situation. And I thought about reloading at a previous point and checking out the other stories, but with that ending, I just don't care. I have a feeling the other endings all kind of fall into that exact same situation, and that no matter which path you're going to choose out of that, then you are going to end up with an anticlimactic, non-important ending. And you aren't going to be given anything new, exciting, other than it's going to be an alternate ending. Something that's tailored more to what you did, but what difference does it make? What matters if there's just footage of like the Minutemen rebuilding houses and people coming to the houses? Who cares? It's like Habitat for Humanity now, except in this game. And if I want to do that, I would just go help people build houses. And I don't see the point in that. If there was a dramatic difference, like the Minutemen decide they were going to take over the world and start around shooting people, and this whole long thing happened, then maybe. Or you find like the Minutemen are all synths, then that would be cool. But everything else, just, it's not there. It's not, it's just not fleshed out. It feels like you have a game that's very unfinished, unpolished, and in turn you're given the reins of it to go do what you would like, but you can't help but feel stifled and sort of caged. And that's really unfortunate because of how vast the world actually is in this game and the amount of things that you are able to do, but it all feels the same. So again, you can go do this, 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 and this, but in the end, you're pretty much all going to be doing the exact same thing. You're going to be going and fetching something or whatnot. And I'm not particularly having an issue with that. It's just the issue that doing it over and over again for different factions. So like I went and did this for this person, then I go join this faction, do the same type of thing for that person, only to find out that it's just you have to do a bunch more stuff of the same type. And I just feel that there's too much like fetching and just random target killing, assassination type things that it's not interesting. I did like that when we built the airship, it was just the fact that we had to go check on the generators and the synths come in, and then you have an objective there that's a little different. But it was really sort of short lived, even given if it had been on hardest difficulty going through it, it would just been frustrating because the mission is still kind of short lived. You just go take out 3 generators, Liberty thing goes up, and nothing really cool happens. Like, you don't get to watch the Liberty bot just go out and start murdering people. You don't get to watch him just sort of go on a rampage, which would have been much cooler. Like, you see him pick up things and rip them apart and just like smashing people and smashing the buildings, and he just goes nuts and then blows up the airship as his last resort and then self-destructs. I mean, something just so volatile, so cruel in its own way because of what you're doing and the way that it's being portrayed. Something very violent. And instead, you're ported away to see an explosion. And it just feels lazy again. And it's unfortunate. It really is to think that that's that. But from someone that has not played Fallout for years and coming to it, I don't have that background to really say this is like this, this, and this. I have read that it's a lot like a continuation of previous Fallout games, but I don't have a clue on that side. But from my perspective, I'd give the game probably around a 7. It did do certain things right. The visual presentation is not bad. There are some issues with polygons, the way things lines up, things like that, but it's not terrible. The storyline could use some work, but given the amount of stuff that you can do, and for people who are really into exploration, people that are very into finding things, to building things, to crafting things, people that have the tendencies to go and just do all of that, or people who want to collect things, and there's a lot of people out there that just like to go find all of the stuff, and it does that. It does do all of that. And I can't downgrade it because of the fact that I just don't enjoy doing a lot of that. That I can't take away from the game itself because of that. I'm just taking away from the fact that I think the dialogue needs work. I think there are continuity issues. I think there's just a lot of laziness in both writing and just storyline. I think there's a lot of laziness in just the character development and creation. I know that they're trying to make it so that one person can experience all of the game from different perspectives. Like if you're female and you choose this, this, and this, it's not precisely the same as the male choosing this, this, and this. And I get that. And I get they're trying to make things one size fits all, but it does hurt it. I would rather it simply say that this is the storyline. There's this person here, and this is their story, rather than you create a character and your character has a story, because it's still the same story. It's just you created the character that did it. I'd rather say this is this person's story. This is how it unfolds. And it just unfolds differently. And that would be a little bit more interesting. Like this guy's name is, Jimmy Jojak. And he, was in the vault. And when Jimmy came out of said vault, then he did this and this and this. And that's how the story unfolds, rather than you create this character does this and whatnot, because it doesn't matter. There's no impact anywhere on that. Your background is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even tell you what you did in the military, really. So, I mean, maybe it did at some point. I just overlooked it. It was one of those side things. But in generally speaking, I don't believe I ever did catch that. And your background's irrelevant in every way. You can literally do just about anything, and it feels like it doesn't make sense that your character has the ability to do all of those things given the background that they have, and that they just literally come out of the vault. And then suddenly there's a lot of things that they can do, and that they end up being sort of this jack of all trade, when it doesn't make sense that they should be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to build guns and weapons and have access to things that you shouldn't comprehend. And I feel like that does kind of not make a lot of sense. I know it's science fiction, but I think it would have been interesting if you got implants or something like that, or you had to learn certain things in order to upgrade from there. And um, I don't know. It just feels weird, I guess, that there's a lot of um, just one size fits all. Everything kind of works this way, period, and that's it. So that's where that's at. I'm done ranting over all of this, by the way. It's just a lot of things I've wanted to say for some time, and didn't want to say anything until the end of the game. And that's my experience with it. And to all those out there that are considering buying the game, definitely wait until it's as cheap as possible with as much content as possible. If you're buying just a base one, anywhere around $30 or less is golden. If you just really want it now, you got to play it now. Then $40 and under is golden. Don't spend over $40 for the game. It really is not worth over that $40 marker. Anything over that, and you're not getting your money's worth. You're really not getting anything more than if you would just wait a little bit, play a different game in the meantime that you enjoy, pick up something cheap, and kill your time with it if you have to, and just kind of take your time and wait for this game to drop, or just snag a cheap copy on a website somewhere and go with that, or borrow it, or rent it. GameFly is amazing. I will always kind of push people on GameFly because you can rent your games, keep them as long as you need to, send them back, buy them if you want to, and it's just a great alternative. So, at any rate, I am done. Thank you for watching this to this point. Thanks for listening to me rant here on the end and kind of get my opinions out there with all this stuff. And I thank you for tuning into the channel. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I always feel bad about asking people to subscribe and such because I don't like to kind of feel like I'm pouring out my channel. But I'm going to continue to do some walkthroughs on some games. But I would like to do more playthroughs. And I already have the other games lined up. I currently have a little over 60 games in my library. So there will be plenty more to come. And hopefully, as time goes on, there will be more and more that gets flooded into the channel. So please tune in as time goes on. And I will see you in the next video and the next series. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye-bye.